What about him?
You always do this to me. Catch me off guard. Even when I'm
Well,
prepared for you, I'm not.
that's why Theo Vaughn likes us so much.
Ugh. He's
I'm just waiting for him to tell Joe Rogan about us or any of the other people. They'll love us. You know they listen to us on their elk hunting trips.
Oh, I'm sure, absolutely. You know how
If
they
they
describe us to each other, you know? You know
if
that
they
brother and
listen,
sister where the sister wants to slap the brother all the time?
that's normal. People
And
relate to that.
constantly messing with her?
Anyone with a sibling gets that. I got my kids. You know how it is. You got a bunch of kids. They just fight. That's what they do.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, that's life. It's part of it.
Mine are older and they get along now. We're out of those years.
We're
My
not
oldest son and my one daughter, that they were the worst. They fought the hardest.
making it happen. Nothing wrong with that. You got to respect the game.
Yeah.
Game respects game.
We didn't fight too bad. There was too much of a gap between us.
No, age was too big. Too different.
We weren't fighting. I was babysitting you.
You're just sticking me in a room hoping I don't die. Or maybe not even hoping, just not aware that I could die.
I forgot all about you. It's the greatest hour.
Yeah, as a survivor. No, man, I don't know. There's so much there's so much there's so much bad stuff in the world. I don't know what I want to talk about. Like I don't want to talk about any of it. Everyone else is.
It is a Debbie Downer right now. It is a Debbie. I've not spent that much time on TikTok because every time I open it up, my FYP is just doom and gloom.
I like to think I'm helping you with that.
Yeah, it's your fault. Absolutely. I just kind of I just ignore all of yours that you send me for a while. Then
I can tell.
I'll watch like 5 or 6 days at one time. I'd be like 30 of them.
Of course. It's like, hey, this is a good show idea. Hey, this is a good show idea. No, so June 12th or 13th, the new movie comes out about aliens.
Disclosure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, actually.
Spielberg's movie, same dude who did E.T., same dude who did Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which those movies stand on their own there. Those are very well known movies.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind has a character in it. Remember the French scientist who's like studying the UFOs everywhere, who's kind of in charge of everything?
Yes.
That's based off a real guy. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, his name's Jacques Vallée.
Okay.
He wrote a whole bunch of books. He's like one of the key researchers in this field and has been since the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah. And he has all the government clearances. All of them. Like from multiple countries. They just kind of turned this dude loose. And so I have a bunch of his books. And I've been re-going through one. Which I think is interesting. I think it's so one book that he wrote. Oh, I'm going to forget the name of it. It's too early in the morning. I haven't yawned yet, though.
Don't start talking about it. So there you go. See, I want to reach out and slap you again. So which is the book that you're reading over again?
Confrontations. Jacques Vallée's Confrontations. And in this book, in the beginning of Jacques Vallée's career, he just kind of surmised that any of these things were coming from aliens from other planets. But the more he got to researching it, the more he's like, it doesn't make sense. They're not aliens from other planets. Like they're not just here to explore, catalog, move on. That from the nature of abductions, the witness states from abductions, the hitchhiker phenomenon, which no one talks about. So much of it that doesn't add up to even back then what was the public narrative. And he even kind of surmises multiple times that the government purposely stirs up this nuts and bolts aliens from another. They push that narrative. They have operatives that push that narrative. Where one of the things he says that if we found out that UFOs are nothing but little green men from another planet, he will be highly disappointed. Because nothing lines up that that's what it is. When you go down and I know this from doing it, when you go down this rabbit hole of unknown things, you start getting into occults and weird families and rituals and people that are trying to contact through technology with blood magic ritual type things. There's a case in Brazil where these two guys were using kind of like these occult rituals with technology. They were both like TV repairmen / repeater repairmen, and they were building these technological devices to try and reach out and talk to other entities. And they were both found dead on a mountain.
Of course.
Yeah. And nobody could figure out why. They weren't poisoned, they weren't shot, they weren't stabbed, they weren't electrocuted, they were just dead. So if you look into the earlier work that Jacques Vallée did, was right around the time Close Encounters of the Third Kind came out, right? So they're obviously aliens from another planet, and they're trying to meet these people. I feel like he put out a lot of Jacques' work, and now that we're getting into this, I feel like he's getting into Jacques' later work, which Jacques kind of stopped talking about because nobody was interested. And I think that's why you see that woman who comes in, she's kind of possessed, and she's like channeling something, right? Milla Jovovich did the one Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind, right? Or I think it was just the Fourth Kind for in Alaska, where like the people are going
She's
under
putting
hypnosis.
people under,
and they're like regressing and speaking in Sumerian, and like these things are talking through them. They have physical craft, but they don't seem to care too much about a physical body. I think that's where this is going. I think a lot of that leads in this direction. That these nature of these things are unseen.
Interesting.
And maybe around us all the time.
Fits the narrative of everything else they're pushing right now, or they're preparing us for.
Something. Yeah, something. So I think that's more in line with what it is. And I'd remembered that, so I started listening to the book again, and I was like, "Oh yeah. This is what this movie's going to be." You know,
I saw another. We just keep going in circles on this, but the whole Miami Mall incident, it's just so mind-boggling. There's so many questions. The fact it's like they just lift the rug and just pushed everything under it, set the rug back down, and everybody just keeps walking over it like there's nothing. And I'm so like, how do we just move on from this? How are we not demanding answers? What other events have ever taken place where they've called the entire police department, the entire sheriff's department, of all surrounding areas, where you have hundreds of patrol cars showing up, where everybody, I mean, what call would they have all got on the radio? You know what I mean?
Nobody knows. Did you know that? Those records don't exist.
How is that possible? Like, all those people got, and why are none of them talking? When they know the whole world is so curious about what really happened. There had to have been hundreds of officers sent there.
There were.
Then nobody's speaking? Nobody is saying anything?
The best stuff I saw early on, which I haven't been able to find again, because I would send it to you had I been able to. People who are like, well, I have family that are cops down there and this and that. And like one of the girls on it, so uncle, you were down there? And he's like, yeah, I went down there. He's like, it was crazy. She's like, what was it? He just kind of gets quiet. And he's like, it was crazy. And she's like, but what was it? And he's like, I'm not going to talk about this ever. I'm not going to talk about it on a phone. I'm not talking about it ever. He's like, I need my retirement. I need my life. I love you. Yes, I was there. And he kind of chuckles and he's like, I get that it's crazy and everyone wants to know. He's like, you don't want to know. Just let it go. You know, that's what all of them say.
It's just to be able to suppress that information from that many people. Even if you're threatening everybody's lives, there's so many people that are crazy. There's so many people that just fall off the rails. Not one of those people has lost it and got drunk at a bar and spilled it.
This is what I equate that to. Okay. I was at January 6th. The film footage that made public and made viral were only a couple select angles in video. There were hundreds of thousands of people uploading. There were millions of people there. Yeah. There were tons of people like myself testifying to you never heard it.
Yeah,
it never got out there. They can shut it down. COVID-19
really controlling it.
Yes, has polished this system to an extreme that allowed them to sharpen their tool to edit the internet and edit. It's backfiring to a certain extent with the great noticing going on. But they can still control what you see. They always have. That's always been the goal.
Yeah.
That's why you have these weird podcasters coming out of nowhere who are getting the government, like all of them have ex-CIA and FBI guys and military guys. And you're like, who the fuck is this dude? Where'd you get a studio? Like, how did you? No one has ever heard of you. You've never had a podcast before now.
Yeah.
You know, you have 7 million followers on TikTok, but you only have 400 views on a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. When we were growing up, we literally were just fed the news and bought it, you know, hook, line, and sinker. We didn't know any different. I mean, the greatest example of that is how there's still so many people that believe we landed on the moon.
You don't think we landed on the moon?
Oh God, don't get me started. You don't either.
What? Now you're gonna say the world's flat?
Dong dong dong. You know, the more we talk about this stuff like this, the more that shit does come up on my FYP, though. Like, true story. Or you think you're being funny and you come across something and send it to me. And then all day long, that's all I see. And I'm like, golly. Don't believe it, Amy. Don't believe it.
There is an ice wall.
I did just see a depiction of a map from like the 1500s. Don't know where it came from. Don't know if it's real. Honestly, I didn't do any homework. I just kept scrolling afterwards. So can't come at me for this one. But if there's any chance that that map was real, it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. The detail in the drawings of all the creatures. And to be honest, most of them were half humanoid, half some sort of an animal, in the ocean, on the land. It was really neat. And I would love to know where you get all these old maps at. Where can we go diving to try to find our own old maps that are real and legit?
AI?
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking you. Like,
so there is a real map, and nobody understands where or how it came from. It's like from the 1500s, something like that. It was a copy of another map, and it shows accurate coastlines for South Africa, South America, and Antarctica, but it shows the coastline of Antarctica with no ice.
This one had no ice anywhere. There were no ice caps anywhere on the map.
So, and there was a time, and there's other maps that people can't validate, which I don't know how much it matters anymore. Like it wasn't peer reviewed. Kiss my ass, peer review. Science is broken. Science is broken at a fundamental level. Nobody like it's one of the things Jacques Vallée harps on, is nobody investigates the unknown. That is the point of science, is to ask questions and validate and try. But nobody wants to be proven wrong, and they want to keep their academic jobs, and they want their theory to be right. And it's just, they're trapped in this ego bubble that doesn't allow them to investigate anything new. So it is what it is. But there's maps that also show that at one time there was a land bridge between Australia and Antarctica. And the seafloor actually shows that probably was the case at some point.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything.
No. I mean, that's the thing, is most of our civilization now lives near the coastline, right? Well, if you were to lower the ocean levels by 100 feet, there's suddenly a whole lot more land, because each continent extends so much further out before it really drops off and gets deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there probably was a civilization there until some kind of flooding, added all this extra water.
Yeah. Which is all just crazy.
Yeah.
More questions you ask, the more questions you have.
Yes.
It doesn't end.
It's like, is Devil's Tower in Wyoming a tree stump?
It sure looks like it. It sure looks like it.
There's actually a bunch of those kinds of things around the world that look like tree stumps, like they were cut down and petrified. And it's interesting because in the Bible, God told the angels when the flood came, he sent them out to cut down all the mighty trees so that they couldn't run and hide in the trees.
That's a coinky dinky of a story. I like all the sleeping giants. I think that stuff is cool. All the mountain ranges that look like giants. I love the mountains that look like there are some that look like snakes. There are some that look like
Yes.
dragons. There are some that look like elephants. There's a set of 3 that look like whales swimming in the sea.
I haven't seen that one.
I've got to find that one and show you. It's super, super neat, and people can go there and visit and walk across it. And if you step back and look at it, it's like, that looks like 3 whales. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's like,
Makes you wonder.
yeah, what kind of reset was there and why?
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you wonder if the powers that be out there actually know what's going on, or at least have a better inkling than we do.
Well, the older we get, we're supposed to not believe in magic, like, okay, we're old now. Magic's
The older
not
I
real.
get, the more I believe in magic.
But yeah, the more then it's like, wait
Yeah.
a minute, then how else do you describe? How else do you explain this? How else? I think the soldiers. You remember when we were kids, there were always bad guys who would touch you, you turned to stone.
Yes.
Okay, it's one of those things. And that idea, how do you not apply that idea to the thousands of soldiers in the tombs? Did they say they're all hand carved?
The terracotta, each one individual too. Each one's individual.
But this, to me, it makes more sense. They were all just turned to stone instantly somehow. Medusa showed up or something. I don't know. That shit makes more sense to me.
No, Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt when she turned back. God said, "Don't look back. Don't look at what I'm about to do." She looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. Yeah, it's I don't know. The older I get, the more I do believe in magic. The more woo-woo stuff I get into. I mean, I got copper rods in my garden right now. That's how crazy I am. So
what's another one that just has never? I want to know. I have so many questions. The Great Wall of China. I want to know. I want to know what were they keeping in or what were they keeping out? That's the only thing that makes sense.
If it's fighting the Mongols, look, we built it to fight the Mongols. It's your little turrets are facing the wrong way.
Yeah. And you did it's a little above and beyond there, bud. Like,
so here's another thing. Did you know Australia has a giant containment fence as well?
I didn't until you just sent me that. That was on that long list of 30 videos that you sent me recently.
Did you like that?
I actually did. I watched that one twice, Bubba, because I've never heard anything about it. And I was like all in, like, what is this?
They found those groves of extinct pine trees down there. The Wilma
for thousands of years? What?
For 200 million years. It's been extinct for 200 million, allegedly.
My bad.
I don't believe in
Millions
those time frames.
Years.
I think that's bullshit. Yeah. But 200 million years, so it's gone. So they're actually breeding these pine seeds and sending them out. You can buy them and grow them in like your yard.
So what else is in there that's from millions of years ago?
They won't tell anyone, because they won't tell anyone where it is. They only let approved botanists and biologists and stuff go down there. And in fact, they even got Google Maps and all these satellite companies to agree not to film in those areas. Also in that closed off area is one of America's largest military bases, like for observation. I think it's an Air Force base they have down there. And they say, oh, it's just for monitoring the weather.
And it just happens to be within that enclosed space.
Yeah.
Isn't Australia where one of the first highly documented cases of alien, of like an experience? Wasn't there like a school of kids that was all Africa. Saw?
That was
Africa. That was Africa. I thought that was Australia.
Australia has the Bimini lights, which are these lights that appear in the sky and follow people at a distance.
Follow people and stay within the same. Yeah. Okay.
That's near that enclosed area.
Which is
and there's also a mountain there that people have been disappearing for forever. Like the natives stay away. Like they take people. They come out and take people.
Oh, that's like your reptilian theory.
I don't know. It's not my reptilian theory. It's just
your ant people. What'd you say they were called?
So in the Amazon, uncontacted tribes, when they were showed pictures of gray aliens, called them the ant people, and that they came out of the ground and out of caves and they take people and eat them. Yeah. I mean, if you look at like David Paulides, who just did an interview with Joe Rogan, which was fantastic. He has these missing clusters, people who go missing in national parks, right? All these
Right.
national parks have these clusters of just weird missing people, weird
Mm-hmm.
cases. Those missing people are all clustered over caves. Those are all
Yep.
cave systems.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so cool. There's just
It's
so much
almost
out there.
it's almost like they put the national parks over those areas. Like someone said, okay, you can't go here, here, and here.
Yeah, you can't build, you can't live, you can't develop, you can't nothing. You
The
can come
most,
visit
yeah,
because we need you to come visit.
we can eat you.
Yeah.
The most beautiful areas are marked off. Well, it's for the good of everyone else. Nothing in America is for the good of everyone else. It's for profit and capitalism. That's
Yeah.
proven day after day. There's no
Mhm.
altruism behind our government.
Mhm.
Our government is the bad guy, 100% of
Mhm.
the time.
And when you throw in all the
Yeah.
information, like from missing 411, it kind of feels like we have some sort of a bartering system. We have some sort of a trade system going on with something.
There's a long held argument that there was a ritual done when at one time England ruled most of the planet. They were in charge. They had
Mhm.
all the colonies, they owned everything, they owned all the trade. It's one little island. How did they do that? The theory was that when they went to war with the Spanish and the Spanish Armada got sunk in a storm, in a tempest, and then the UK was the one that was left. People are like, well, that was God intervened. Well, the theory goes that a particular individual, I forget his name off the top of my head, had made basically a deal with the devil at the behest of the crown, a real one. And ever since then, they stayed in conflict. They were killing people somewhere. There was war. They're sending their troops out constantly. And then World War I, they fell apart and we took the mantle. But apparently we took the curse too, especially after World War II. Like we started to, and then we finished it in World War II. And since then, we have always been in some kind of a war. We've been killing someone somewhere. We've been spilling blood
Yeah.
in bulk. Even now, we're in multiple continents, murking people.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah, we're murdering people. For what? For the greater good of America. Stop it.
Mm-mm.
This dude in fucking Zimbabwe doesn't know nothing about us. All right? Like, he's plotting against America. He doesn't have a checking account.
Mhm.
The fuck is he going to do? You know, meanwhile, our greedy, nasty corporations here poison us constantly with everything. With our food, with the drugs they overprescribe to people. Drugs they don't even know what they do. They just give them to people. And the government protects them.
Yep.
Look
Did
at the
you know that
Sackler family.
the who?
The Sackler family. The
Who's
family
this?
primarily responsible for the opiate epidemic. Hillbilly
Uh,
opium, the pain pill epidemic that came out of Kentucky and all through
uh-huh.
the South and rural areas of Tennessee, where I am now in Appalachia. Like
Mhm.
that family that owned the pharmaceutical company that pushed it, they specifically marketed it. They greased the wheels with doctors and pain mills and clinics and politicians, and they were eventually found liable, and they ended up having to pay, I think it was like $1 billion or $2 billion after they had made 20.
Yeah. After the damage is done too.
Yeah, and they just ruined lives in bulk. These vaccines, like the COVID vaccines, who's ever going to be held accountable for that?
Mm. They're allowed to happen because there's too many people making money off of it.
Yeah, they're making money off the misery of other people. It's evil.
Do you know there's a huge increase of young women having issues with fertility now?
Yes,
Like
men
right
too.
now.
No, men
Men
too.
too? Like
Yeah,
it is, and nobody's talking about it. Not like they should be. This is I know there's a difference. I think we're talking about there's less children being born because there's more women saying, "Hey, I don't just want to have babies to have babies." People are waiting longer. They're not having them right out of high school anymore. And all that's a good thing. But what's not a good thing is the people are trying to have babies and can't.
can't.
And nobody's talking about that.
No. The other
That's
thing no one's talking
scary.
about is cancer rates are through the roof.
Of course they are. Look at the food we're
Through the
eating.
roof. Well, it's not just that. It's like not only that, like mental instability, those issues, they're on the rise too. Um, what I and this is me. I have whatever. It's just observation from news stories I get. So they're probably untrue. So that means my facts are probably misaligned. I don't know what it is, but those shots seem to inflame things in people. You have older people that were doctors and well, and like I'm going to retire and take it easy. Now they're crashing down with Alzheimer's fully vaccinated. You have people that were stable in there. They well, I got to get, that's the right thing to do. And now they're just kind of split, early signs of dementia, and like, what the fuck? And other people are getting cancer that's just inflamed and aggressive, and there's shit in people's veins. And I feel like if you had a predisposition to have something go wrong with you, that thing just sped that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's hurt people. It hurt people in a way that people don't even know they're hurt.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
it's a poison they created in a lab and start sticking it in people
to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And the creator, the guy who fucking patented, who came up with the mRNA vaccines, like, you shouldn't be giving this to people. We don't know what the long-term effects are. We don't know what it's going to do to the children's DNA because of the way this thing holds on. There's a reason we didn't use it. Yeah. They just cut loose with it. It's kind of like the CRISPR system, editing genes in people to see what happened. China's really taken off on that. I've often wondered, though, if I'm being real, that they've seeded that story so many times because maybe they weren't editing genes. Maybe they were trying to crossbreed us. Like what Matt Gaetz and all that saying was something.
With what?
So former Rep Matt Gaetz came out and said that he was briefed by someone in the military, that we were breeding with unknown DNA, that we were trying to breed people with unknown DNA and then monitor them through their lives.
That's interesting. That's also plays on the movie coming out too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they're not. I mean, they're naturally crossbred. So I mean, there's the big argument of 23andMe wanted a sample size, and like so did Ancestry. What they really wanted was they wanted to know how many people were carrying potential unknown DNA. They didn't tell anyone that's what was in them. They just wanted to know, and this was the easiest way to do that, to get people to volunteer instead of take it, so they could put it in one database. And once they had enough, they just shut down both programs.
That's so wild.
Because if you find one person, okay, who are his direct relatives, who are her direct relatives, there's a high likelihood that these people also carry these markers.
So crazy. I want to know what it is. I don't know what the marker is. I want to know what is they're finding, what these people are breeding, what their superpowers are.
Maybe they're not breeding. Maybe they're just looking. Maybe that's why ancients were so obsessed with bloodlines, is they wanted to keep whatever that mutation or the biological hardware that allowed their people to talk with whatever's in a different realm. They wanted to keep that strong. That's why they inbred and did all this weird shit. But they've just damaged themselves to a point. So they're having to find, like, it naturally finds itself other ways. Look at us. Like, if you're doing that, our parents were both Rh negative when they had kids. We're Rh negative. We had a kid or two that are Rh negative.
What blood type was
Dad?
No, Dad was A negative, I believe. What blood type was Jesus supposed to be? Is it in the Bible? Do they
AB
say?
negative. No, so they tested the Shroud of Turin. It's AB negative.
AB negative.
Mm-hmm. And so there's an interesting thing. I mean, I don't know how we're pretty out there on the branch right now, but might as well. It's funner than the news. It's funner than slaughter and genocide, right?
Just as real.
Just as real. Is that
I don't know what's going on right now, but it keeps freezing, and the way that it just froze on you a second ago. Oh, I wish I had a screenshot of that.
Sure, you can go back and find it.
You're like,
It's what happens when you talk about topics like this. Technology gets sideways.
Isn't that funny?
Maybe there's certain hardware patch that had to be so the software could be installed. If the soul is the software has to match the hardware. We can't put new software. You can't put like the latest version of Microsoft in, one of those old school gateway PCs. It's not going to run. It doesn't have enough RAM. It doesn't have the ability to do it. Those things have to match. Maybe they're trying to maybe the powers that be are trying to track potential hardware packages, underutilized hardware packages.
But that's us. That's so crazy.
Maybe not. Maybe it's the other people. I do like to tease others that they're just animals.
So where's that RH negative factor come into all this?
I don't know.
You think they're looking for that at all?
I think that might be some of the consideration, but here's the other thing. Like, I know people that have red hair and blue eyes and they're RH positive. Now, if you have red hair, you carry the RH negative gene. It just might be recessive, but you have it. You know, if you're a green-eyed person, you got it too. You just might be recessive. That's the thing. You know, like my wife's O positive, but she has red hair. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, red hair with brown eyes, which that's a hell of a weird combo. So she definitely has the RH factor, but it's just recessive. So maybe it's not the blood type. Maybe it's something else on the genetic code. Maybe it's easier to express the more pure out you are. You know, I don't know.
So I don't know. About 20 minutes ago, you mentioned something about the hitchhiker theory. What is that? What are you talking about?
Hitchhiker theory is that when you remember when we went and investigated the haunted hospital?
Yeah.
I got pushed down the stairs. It follows you home. People call it quantum entanglement, that you're there and some part of you, your spirit, your mind, your consciousness, whatever that energy is, gets entangled or noticed by the entities, and the entities follow you back. And distance makes no difference. Same thing, like people who have Bigfoot encounters have paranormal encounters afterwards, or they'll see lights in the sky. If you see lights in the sky, you're going to have poltergeist type activity in your house. If you like, these things all are together. We're the ones differentiating them. We're the ones separating these things. Whether it's a cryptid or a light in the sky or a paranormal encounter, it's something beyond the normal. Or I don't even know if that's beyond the normal. Maybe it is very normal. Maybe it's not paranormal. Maybe this is what it is. We just don't talk about it anymore. We used to. People used to talk about shit like that all the time. There's a reason people paint the tops of their porches a certain color. There's a reason people put out the blue bottles on the trees to keep away haints, evil spirits.
Yeah.
We used to take it seriously. We don't anymore, and I think it's made us vulnerable.
Yeah. All the old wives' tales were more than that, weren't they?
Yeah. Don't dust your porch. Why? It keeps things that aren't human away. Because like all things of vampires and whatnot are obsessive compulsive. Right? They count the dust, they count the seeds, they count the grains. So people would sprinkle sand and rice and stuff outside their door.
Huh. I actually haven't heard that.
No. Well, that's why I have garlic hanging outside mine. I'm ready for the New Orleans trip. Homegrown garlic.
Mm-hmm. No, the more all the fascination I've had with vampires my entire life, and I swear, like the last 6 months, it's like, I think maybe that was just all the people running the world, all the people in the Epstein files. I really don't want to be like them. I take it back.
There's a really good channel on TikTok. I wish I could think of this lady's name so I could give her the credit. I sent it to you. She's talking, like, people send in stories to her, spooky stories, and she reads them.
Yeah.
And she's like, this one guy who hooked up with a celebrity in Shreveport, Louisiana, right? In 2006 when they were filming Murder Mystery there. So everyone thinks it's probably Demi Moore. Anyways, like, he explains why he's there and at the party, so it all makes sense. And they kind of had a connection, and they're talking and laughing, and she asked him to come back with her, and the security guard's with him, and he's in another room with the door open. And she goes and takes a shower and comes out, and she shuts the door between him and the security guy, between them and the security guy, and things happen. And anyway, he's like, it's awesome, and they're just kind of laughing. And he's like, they really connect. He's like, I genuinely liked her. Like, this was nice. Like, I understood it's not going anywhere, right? Like,
yeah,
but it's fun, you know? So,
yeah.
And she's like, and he's like, can you mind if I get a bottle of water? And she's like, no problem. It's in the fridge. He says he opens up the fridge, and there's bags of blood and other things. And he just kind of looks at it, and he's like, it's like what you give when you go give blood. You know, it's bags of blood. And he looks at her, and she just kind of scoffs and says, like, you know, to be where we are, you have to do a lot of weird things. It's just kind of part of the deal. And she's like, and he's like, what? And she's like, and she said she didn't really reference it anymore, but she did say this: it gets exhausting, what you have to do. And you're just like, he's like, after that, he was freaked out, and they were trying to determine what he's going to do or not do, and so he spent a little bit more time there, and they slept. And then he got up to leave, and they parted their ways, and he's still freaked out. Anyway, security, like after she left the room, came in for him to sign all kind of NDAs and all their handlers and shit. And they like escorted him back to his truck, which freaked him out because he didn't know that they knew where he parked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, when he gets in the truck, there's a copy of the NDA pinned to his visor in his truck that he signed. So like, he's like, I wasn't planning on telling anyone. No one would believe me. But he's like, the blood thing freaked him out, and like how she was. And she also said that she's a lot older than people think she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know. There's too much out there.
Yeah.
I think lately I've been very interested in the ocean. I feel like there's a lot more talk about the ocean, and that makes me happy because I've always been fascinated by what's down there. Why we don't spend more time looking. It's like they knock it off with pressure. We can't take it.
Yeah.
So,
well, most of the ocean is in absolute darkness,
which is insane to me.
I mean, space has light. The water doesn't.
That's crazy. It's terrifying too.
Especially when all the real UFO sightings and clusters come out of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. And what about, how do they explain like the blue hole? Like those big, huge holes out in the ocean that just fall down into an abyss.
I thought you were talking about that chick on OnlyFans.
Oh, God. Is that what they're calling her now? The blue hole?
They have to. They have to be right.
Could be worse, I guess.
Bonnie Blue. You mean the blue hole?
Lord.
Oh.
Is OnlyFans still going? Is that still a...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's a famous thing just came out, though. This kid in Utah, some dude, created an AI bot that he put on there and had like Claude write all her text, and then had like an AI generator do all the porn scenes and stuff for people. He made $43,000 in a month.
Oh my gosh. Well, props, kid. Using the tools.
Using the tools. I don't know, man. I think that stuff is where they get you. They tear society apart at the seams through the weaknesses. Those tension points that they can exploit and break people. It's like people who become gambling addicts. Like, you ever been to any casino town? They're not nice.
No.
No. Vegas, I think, is probably the nicest. Reno's not. Atlantic City's not. So like Biloxi, Mississippi's not. What's that other one in Mississippi?
We're going to Vegas next week.
Yeah. Boom. I'm going to Vegas.
You are?
Oh, yeah. The boss and I.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we're going to fly out there for a little bit and come back. She has a thing out there, so we're going to try and catch a couple shows. Brittany's not out there anymore, so that's disappointing.
You probably didn't miss anything.
Well, she was a slave on the stage. She can't. People are like, she didn't perform well. She's a slave.
We're seeing Mad Apple. We're seeing the Mad Apple show when we go, which I'm really excited about. That we saw last time, and that was phenomenal. So
yeah, I think we want to try and catch a show or something. We don't gamble. It's not my bag. Casinos depress me.
I like them.
I see a bunch of older people just making sure their kids get nothing.
I am those older people right now.
Making sure their kids get nothing.
It is
$75,000 on the slot machine, $100 a whack.
All right, so we don't spend money like that at the casinos, obviously. But let me tell you, some of those slot machines. I tried to explain to my 11-year-old what a casino was, and I was like, "It's like gaming for adults. It's like Disneyland for adults, sort of." It is. It's fun.
No, it is meant to take advantage of you. The only people that win at the casino.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't go in there ever expecting to win anything.
No.
If you Yeah. Yeah. Honestly,
No.
if I come home with what I took off with, that's winning. If you come home and you're still at 0, that's great. But
That doesn't sound fun, man. To me, that's not a good time.
no. For me, for a long time it wasn't. I really couldn't stand it. I didn't want any part of it. But over the last few years, I've sort of relaxed. We're at a different place in life. I'm not gaming away our retirement or our house payment or anything like that, you know? It's just a little bit of fun. And they know what they're doing with those slot machines because it is so fun. The
Till you get
noises
that
they
taste
make.
till you start playing that baccarat, right? Baccarat.
I don't play that. There's Pie Cow though. I like that.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
it's a
play any
card
of those
game.
things. Oh. The one time I gambled in earnest was after our dad died. My wife and I went to the casino in Metropolis
Mhm.
because I just wanted to get away, and that was the cheapest place we could go to because back then you could get a hotel for $10. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like it was nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got that, and we went there, and we were there for a day or two, and we're like, all right, let's do $50 each. Let's do it, and we spent it over time. And I was like, this is terrible. Never again. Like I would go for like bachelor parties when guys were there, and I'd put in
Yeah.
$20 and just like I don't know, like go to the roulette table with like the little chips. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just that's
Slow play that
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for these guys to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and the
No
way
way.
I look at it is I'm paying $20 for the drinks you're bringing me.
Yep.
That's all
Yep.
this is.
That's how you. Yep.
I do not. It's not it's not a thing. Like I have a friend, or I had a friend. We used to hang out. We'd have to drag out of there.
Mm.
Have to drag out. Like he would get Christmas and birthday cards and invitations, and his wedding anniversary they knew about. Like it's crazy. And he's like, dude, I won $5,000, or I won. I was like, how much? I've been with you and seen you lose more than $5,000.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you
the
never hear a
one
gambler
time,
talk about what they lose.
no,
Never. Yeah. Mm-mm.
no,
Mm.
this is not for me.
Well, this Vegas trip we're going on next week is just an annual trip with our friends. So honestly,
Cool.
there's not going to be too much gambling there either because we have either a cabana or a day bed or something every day. We have pool stuff, and then we have dinner reservations every night. We have shows almost every night. So
That sounds fun.
yeah,
That'd be
we're
fun.
going to be busy. There's like 6 of us. It's going to be fun.
You gonna go to the Hoover Dam? Take the dam tour?
No, I'm not going to do the dam tour, but I have already been to the dam.
Did you get some dam souvenirs?
5, 6, 7 years ago, we flew out there. We had a rental car and we drove out.
Mhm.
No.
You didn't get any damn souvenirs?
I didn't get any damn souvenirs. I didn't. But you know what?
Did you take a damn tour?
I didn't take a damn tour either. Fuck those damn tours.
No damn sights. Huh?
No. Wasn't a damn thing to see. But like it there's so many videos now on social media about the Hoover Dam that it's way more interesting sort of to just go down that rabbit hole and, go out there and see it because you could just see so much more in what they're putting in the videos up close. But you look at it with new eyes, that's for sure. Like, what the hell is going on here? And what was this all for? What's the cover up here? Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, no, we're going out there, and then I think the other trip she's working on for us is so today is my 19-year anniversary. I've been married 19 years today.
That's really cool. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And then next year we're going to go to Sedona. There's some kind of all-inclusive resort or something like that in Sedona. That'd be fun. I like Sedona.
Cool.
All the weirdo hippies.
Yeah. Basically. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, that'll be nice. That'll be pretty.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll see. See how it all plays out. See if everything's still functioning that way in this country.
Now I feel that. My next anniversary is in October. We'll be married 23 years, and we're actually already going to be in Spain.
Nice.
Our daughter gets married on the 17th, and our anniversary is the 18th. So we'll just happen to already be there this year.
Boy, she's just kind of trying to slide in there on you, huh? You say that, bitch, pick your own fucking month. There's 11 others.
Oh gosh.
Step the fuck down.
No. The only time it's ever been annoying is my not with her. I don't care that they're getting married the day before. It doesn't bother me a bit. But when my oldest started dating a girl, the woman that he's with now, the mother of his children, when they first started dating, they're young and they had that like date, like that anniversary date. It wasn't an anniversary of anything other than like their first date. You know what I mean?
I do not know. I've never done anything like that.
Well, yeah, not everybody does, but they did, and it was our anniversary. It just happened to be on our actual wedding anniversary. So years back, we're married, 18 years, and it's like I just have to listen to them talk about how it's their. It's like I remember a couple years back, they actually asked us to watch the kids, watch that first kid that they had, my oldest grandson. I think they asked us to watch him for their dating anniversary, and it was our actual marriage anyway. That's the only one that's ever been annoying. But then they broke up, and then when they got back together, they scratched that. They never talked about that date again, so hasn't been an issue for a long time.
No,
maybe I should cut all that out of here.
No, I love it. Leave it. Nothing wrong with the truth. No, my wife and I, dude, we're not those people. Like we're such an oddity. Like if you know those games couples play, like how much do you know about your spouse? We lose.
Yeah.
100% of the fucking time. Here's the thing. If it's a game on how well we communicate, we will fuck you up. Like it's one of those things like, where was this person's favorite this or that? Like, we don't know. Like, I don't know. We don't talk about shit like that. But if you like one of those games, like where we have to communicate answers to each other, like guess the answer or whatever.
You have to be a team.
Yeah. We actually have to work together. Oh, we lay waste. People are like, let's play that together. I was like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like there's nothing left because we communicate well. The thing is, I don't know. Like even now, she told me something last year or this year, technically, about herself, that something that had happened. And I was like, what? She's like, I never told you that. I was like, no, you never told me that. I was like, holy shit.
That's funny.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, you've been together a long time now not to know some things.
Oh, we don't know bunches of stuff, but we don't pry.
Yeah.
It's not.
I get that.
It's not, I don't know.
I get that.
I've always been kind of judgmental, but I think I'm right on this. Like when you meet a young couple and they're together and they know fucking everything about each other, they're doomed. They're doomed. Like you're not going, like you guys are just dating, look for someone else.
I think what it says is they have no individuality.
Yeah.
Like they are not this person or that person anymore. They just are just them.
I can see that. Yeah,
they have Facebook profiles together. They share Facebook pages.
Yeah, well, I know successful married people that do that too. It's mostly just because the dude isn't interested in fucking Facebook, so the wife puts his name on there. It's like, why do you share? I was like, I didn't even know I had one. But the younger, like especially when we were younger, we knew people that dated, and they're like, oh, we broke up. I was like, I gotta call Dad. Yeah. And even now when I'm older and I know friends, they're single friends, like, yeah, we got together. Oh, we spent 3 months, man. I know everything about her. She's great. It's like, oh, this is going to end poorly. Maybe it's not, maybe you're right. Maybe it's lack of individuality. Maybe it's, not enough security in themselves. I don't know. It's just what I've noticed. And people that are like, are you guys dating? Yeah, we're getting along. We're seeing how it's, not rushing. It's like, they're going to be married in 3 months. It's like, what happened? Went and got married. Like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, I still don't know her middle name. That was weird. I didn't think it would be Rebecca. That's a weird middle name. Like, you married her and didn't know her middle name. Holy shit. Which I was kind of in that boat, honestly. I didn't know I found out my wife's middle name long into the relationship. And I was like, oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
It's definitely, it kind of reminds me of, have you seen the new documentary on Netflix, The Crash?
No.
I can't believe it's all over everything right now. Everybody's talking about it. It's a quick watch. You should watch it. But it's just about that story. Do you remember the girl a few years back who had her boyfriend and her boyfriend's best friend in the back seat? She was driving. She went 100 miles an hour, did not brake at all, straight into the side of the school.
Yep.
and both boys died. She lived.
Mhm.
It's the documentary on that.
Oh,
And it's
I
actually
don't wanna
pretty
watch that.
interesting, and people are really talking about it because it's like, wow. But anyway, what you were just saying about the couples all in each other's business right out the gate, that's kind of it makes me feel like her and that boy that what she was dating, that's how they're portrayed. They're they don't breathe without each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. What's like
And we
I
see
don't
how
know.
it turned out, so it's kinda I guess that's why it made me think
That's
that.
how shit like that turns out. See, I like a little crazy though. Crazy's fun. It's just gotta be the right kind of crazy, like, you know, it's the kind of crazy, like, someone says to you, like, "If you ever left me, I'd kill you." You're like, "Ah, no, I bought a 9 millimeter, like, it's for this."
Yeah.
It's like, it's kinda hot. I know where we stand.
Mhm.
Well, see, people are like, "Man, that's dangerous." Like, "Nah, it tells me she's fucking down. She's in the foxhole. She's just telling me if I try and run away out of the foxhole, she's gonna shoot my ass." It's like, as long as I stay in the foxhole,
They
everything's
say, like,
good.
historically, women, poison. That's what women do. Like,
Yes.
you know, and I used to hear that when I was younger, and I was like, "That's so stupid." Now that I'm a 50-year-old woman, I'm like, "Oh, I get it.
Mhm.
I get it." Like, poison is the way to go.
Yeah, women
It's
poison men.
that is the way to get to a man. It's not by physical force. It's not
You
by
won't win.
you're not actually gonna show up with a hammer in your hand or a gun. You're poison is the way to go. They're not you feed him a meal, he thinks he's getting loved. Poison is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, that or a gun, but definitely poison because there's no fight in it,
There's no fight. That's what I mean.
and
Yeah,
that's the
you
risk.
can do it with a smile. You can do it with
Yeah.
a smile and just and be safe. Yeah.
Even if like, even a gun, even a big man, it's gonna take more than one shot. Is he gonna get the fucking distance, you know? That yeah,
I have looked at the okay, I know guns are dangerous. I'm not saying please don't ever think
100%.
that I'm not saying that they're not.
Mm.
But I used to think one and done and that's it because I didn't
Nope.
really understand them. But back when our stepdad had the farm
Mhm,
and we all came out and he needed help slaughtering the pigs or whatever, not slaughtering,
mhm.
but taking down the pig. That experience that we all had out there as a family changed the way I look at guns.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it really does. And not that I'm not less scared or anything. I'm still terrified. They're just they don't work the way I thought they did. I
No.
don't know. Our bodies don't take them in the way I thought they did. There's just so much more to it, and I just I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't look at it
consistently
like
inconsistent.
so when it comes to because of that, up to that point, I would have thought, give me a gun, one bullet to the head, pow. I don't trust that process anymore after that
Mm-mm.
whole experience with that pig. So I wouldn't do it that way anymore.
Yeah, no, center mass, not the head, center mass, put it in the heart, and empty the magazine. You just keep pulling the trigger. Y Yeah, you can articulate that in court. Like, I was afraid. It's
Mhm. Well,
and I
that's
mean,
why
and
you
under
use
the
a
and that's
shotgun.
oh, hell yeah, that's one and done. Yeah, no, that's
Clear
one and done.
clear the whole area.
Yeah, that doesn't work that's the other fallacy. People think shotgun will take 'em out. It won't. It won't.
No?
No. No, that is not how shotgun works.
Gosh.
Unless you're using birdshot. That's just gonna piss someone off at a distance. Up close, absolutely. But again, it's only gonna hit about that big, besides that fist.
Mhm.
Double aught buck has a good spread pattern, but again, it's just 30 caliber balls, so you really just shot him a couple times.
See?
Like
All these things that you're saying, that's why poison I get it now.
poison.
I get it.
Well, yeah, and the strength disparity between men and women, you know?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
remember dating before I met my wife, I dated plenty of girls that you could tell they didn't have a brother or they had just never really like, they thought they were tough or, like, they'd like to wrestle or whatever, and, like, when you would like, I would show actual strength, I can think of one in particular, it scared the shit out of her. Like, no male in her life had ever done that, like, ever like, she was, like, trying to pin my arms, and I was just laughing, and I just kinda pushed her off me, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What? You weigh like 120 pounds, like, I could toss you." And she's just like, "What?" She's like, "Could you just, like, pick me up?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." She's just it was blowing her mind.
I mean,
And I was just like, "This can't be rea" But I met other women like that, that didn't understand, like, the overconfidence to get in a guy's like, how much stronger. I mean,
oh,
like, it's a fucking crazy thing.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some women that, have actually never been put in their place, and they don't realize how easy it would be for somebody else to lay them out.
Oh, none of that, just to restrain them. Like, and I found that not in any kind of physical way.
But you're not afraid of being restrained. You're afraid of being laid out, and like they don't realize how close they are to that. Like,
you know, the hilarity is now that I'm thinking about it, and it's kind of flashing in the memories. The other ones I found were like when I was doing jujitsu and Krav and all that stuff. We would have women that would come in for that, and the first time they would work with a man, and the guy's taking it easy on them, and they're getting this overconfidence where they're kind of like that or whatever. And then you'd see him hold pads, like I can hold pads for him, and he'd be like, "All right." And you'd throw a shot, and they would just go sit down, and they'd be like, "I think I need to vomit." And I'm like, "Why?" It's like, "Oh my god!" Like I hurt inside. It's like, yeah, there's a fucking difference between us. Like, don't do that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's the difference between men and gorillas or men and apes. You know what I mean? Like an ape will pull your fucking arm out of the socket and not think anything of it. Did I tell you the monkey story?
I don't know.
Okay. So there's a guy I know that raises monkeys. Like he's had different kinds. And I forget the type of monkey he had. It was just a monkey, but it was a pretty big fucking monkey. And he's like, the key with the monkeys and stuff like that is when they're young, you dominate them. Like you got to be aggressive. You got to dominate them. So they remember that and they just kind of let it go from there. You know what I mean? It's just that. And I was like, all right, like that sounds crazy. And he starts telling me the story. He had one. It was forget which kind of monkey. It's pretty big, a couple feet tall. And he's like, this damn thing was starting to get wild. So he's like, I put on like a welding gloves and mask and I was going to kill in there and kick its ass. He's like, that monkey beat me like a $2 whore. He's like, I was lucky to get out of there with my life. I sold the damn thing the next day.
Wow.
And he's my size. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, it grabbed me with that tail stronger than any man's ever grabbed me in my life. It's like, I knew I was in trouble.
That's funny.
Yeah. I would get in there no monkey. Kiss my ass.
People do stupid shit. And it's always white people doing stupid shit too.
Yeah. It's because we want to see what's in there. Hey, we've all watched horror movies. We know we're not the first ones to die. I saw that in the comment. There's this black dude's like, white people, why y'all be doing shit like this? And one of the comments was, because we know we're not the first ones to die. And the guy responded, good point. I'll at least make it through the first volley. You know?
That's great.
That's what horror movies teach us.
I love a good horror movie.
I've been watching They Live. I've watched it several times. It's so good. It's so good. Especially since you've been kind of dipping your toe into the conspiracy stuff. Watch They Live now, and it's like, this was a documentary. Once you put on the glasses, you see everything's a lie. That these people that are less than human run everything, and they get us to sell each other out.
I went back a while ago to try to watch the X-Files. I was like, you know what? Let's start with the X-Files. That's a good one. And I only got so many episodes in, and I was like, this is just I need somebody to tell me all the best episodes because some of them are not very good.
I would watch Kolchak the Night Stalkers episodes from the 70s. You can still find the old Kolchak the Night Stalker shows. They did a TV show and 2 made-for-TV movies. A couple of the big episodes deal with vampires. The made-for-TV movie deals with vampires in the real world. And in a way that's plausible. And then it deals with other monsters. Like, it's the basis of every X-Files-esque show ever.
Interesting. Is it entertaining?
Yes.
Good.
I definitely say so. Yeah, I think you need to like it. Maybe. Anyway.
Hey.
You got any final words? Words of wisdom for the people?
How about you give some words of wisdom this time, bud?
I think, okay, so I do have words of wisdom.
Okay.
So there's been some things going on at the labs. I live near the labs, the nuclear labs and the science. And so I was talking to one of my buddies there, and he kind of shared a piece of information that kind of blew my mind. And I genuinely think is important, especially what's going on. So what we need to